Good music, man. And today, we're talking trucks, Andre.
I love talking trucks.
We're talking trucks, and today we are talking about what happens when a car guy reviews a truck. Because we had two prominent YouTubers review the same truck over the last 2 days, and they both got the most, not the second, not the third, but the most important fact wrong on this truck. And in fact, this fact is so wrong that it can be deadly and dangerous. Yeah. So
we'll talk about this.
Yeah, and these are very prominent YouTubers. So we're gonna name names, Andre, because it's a safety issue, and we want to set the record straight.
Oh, we want to correct the numbers.
Yes. And you know, there's a reason that car guys should not be reviewing trucks, or truck guys should be reviewing trucks, because they're very different animals. And we're going to give you the top 5 reasons why truck guys should be reviewing trucks and car guys should, let's say, stick to cars, right? Because
and we've learned this over the years. We've been around, for 9 years?
Yeah, full disclosure, I started out as a car guy, and it took Andre to drag me over to being a truck guy.
Come on, dude.
Let's go. Now I love trucks more than cars. And I understand trucks because, we've been behind the wheel off-road, on-road, we've towed. But we'll give you the top 5 reasons why truck guys should review trucks. And we're going to do a Know You're Wrong, Andre.
Okay. But first.
You know what Know You're Wrong is about?
What is it about?
If you guys have any insights into this, feel free to comment. We're going to be talking about whether trucks should have a diesel engine or a gasoline engine. And it plays right into our main topic.
Just in general, gas or diesel for trucks?
Yeah.
That's the argument. So provide your comments as well.
Yep, we're gonna pick different sides of that argument. All right, Andre, let's keep going.
Well, we have the hood.
Yep.
Welcome to the hood. And what we're doing here is that you can always support us using the super chat feature with YouTube. So for $5, we'll put your name on the hood. You'll be forever here, and I'll be writing in really large letters. Really large. Well, okay, appropriate size letters. But for $50, we can also send you a hat. Trucker hat like this with TFL truck, and we can sign it if you want.
Only place you can get them is here, and
we're not selling them anywhere.
Support this truck team. So we would appreciate your support, and if you want to sponsor a super chat, get your name on the hood or get a hat, signed or unsigned, feel free to go at it. Thank you.
We always appreciate your help.
Always.
So thank you very much.
And what about TFL Off-Road, Andre? What's happening with that?
This is an exciting new channel. We have Stephen Elmer, who's based in Canada. He is our Canadian bureau chief. He's going to be publishing videos on the TFL Off-Road channel, one word.
Yep.
Tomorrow should be the first video, so let's see, how that goes. But it's going to be exciting with a new side-by-side review.
Yeah. So guys, if you like, please subscribe to our new off-road channel. We're going to have our first off-road review tomorrow, and I'm pretty excited to see it. So it's going to be pretty cool. All right, Andre, let's start.
Well, what else happened today?
Oh, that's right. We reached 90K subscribers on this channel, TFL Now.
90,000.
90,000, wow.
On this live channel.
I'm humbled, man. Behind the scenes.
That's a lot of people.
Yeah, behind the scenes and live, and 90K subscribers. Thank you guys very much for subscribing. But let's get right to it, dude. So I promised we're going to name names, so we are going to name names. So 2 prominent YouTubers reviewed the Chevy Colorado ZR2. One of them was Doug DeMero. And and the other one was Street Speed 717. And they both got
at least the towing number wrong.
They got the most important number wrong, which is towing. And we wanted to be sure to set the facts straight, because if you get this number wrong, you are potentially...
It's a safety issue.
It's a huge safety issue.
Yes.
Because it's not just about how much it can tow, it's about how much it can stop when it's towing. And why don't we... and they both did the same thing. They both compared the ZR2... They called each other or something.
To the Raptor?
To the Raptor. And they did a good job pointing out that one's a mid-size truck and one's a full-size truck, but they got the towing number completely wrong, and not just a little wrong, but massively wrong. So why don't we put
an example of that?
Yeah, I'll give you an example of that.
So even though the Raptor's a full-size truck with a big brawny turbocharged V6, this is a diesel. And so while the Raptor can tow up to 8,000 pounds, this can tow up to 7,700 pounds.
Wow, and he said that like 3 times.
So what's wrong with that?
Well, first of all, towing is something that people get wrong relatively commonly. But if you Google Chevy Colorado ZR2 towing, it'll give you a number.
5,000.
5,000 pounds. So Doug got that number wrong by 2,700, or more than 50%. And Street Speed 717 actually
He upped him.
He upped him. He actually said that it can tow 8,000 pounds. Now, of course, we're having a little bit of fun with this, but it's very important because it's a safety matter. Not just you, but the people around you. Because towing numbers on the highway are about keeping control of the truck and of the load. And if you overload something by 50%, you are endangering yourself and your families. And now we've got two YouTubers who combined will have over a million views, telling people that their ZR2s, who potentially either own them or will own them, can tow almost 8,000 pounds. And that's just a bunch of crap. And you know what? I actually did this week, when Doug put up his video, I thought to myself, you know, I should just give him a friendly FYI. So I wrote a little comment saying, hey, FYI, it's only 5,000. You may want to correct it. It's a big mistake, right? And that comment disappeared.
It's no longer there?
It's no longer there.
Well, let's talk about why he said 7,700 pounds. Because there is a method to this, right? So the regular Chevy Colorado, regular one, not the ZR2 off-road version, two-wheel drive version is rated at 7,700 pounds. That's true for the two-wheel drive truck.
Not the ZR2.
No, not a ZR2, regular two-wheel drive Chevy Colorado, which is a great big number, right, for a mid-sized truck. It's actually the highest in the segment. But ZR2 has a unique suspension setup, and it's not just shocks or tires, it's an entire suspension system. And we have a clip here of an engineer describing well, first of all, why the number is this way. So let's listen to that.
Why it's 5,000 pounds.
Why it's 5,000.
The biggest change with the front fascia, the dam air dam that you said before, that actually helps with airflow through the radiators. So when we remove all that, you kind of lose a little bit of airflow through the radiators, so that's the reason we knocked down the...
Here's one drawing about it.
That's the reason we knocked down the tow rate.
So because you're losing cooling, right?
Losing cooling efficiency.
So I asked him, how much can the ZR2 tow? And he said 5,000. And the reason for that was because the truck can't cool itself. And so if you're towing more than that, you're going to overheat the engine.
So Chevy did something that other manufacturers do. They built a purpose-built off-road truck, right? The bumper is unique, as everybody points out. You know, it gives you more approach angle. But you sacrifice something when you do things like this, right? And you sacrifice cooling in this case. And there's oh, we got $10, dude.
I know. Thank you, John. I just saw that.
Sorry. Let me finish this thought.
All right. Finish the thought. Thank you, John.
There's a standard called Society of Automotive Engineers.
SEA.
J2807, right? And they pull, you know, temperatures. So they're going up Davis Dam. So it has to maintain a certain cooling temperature with the load. And this is why the truck was rated the way it is. So it can overheat. The suspension is different, right? So the suspension can sag more. You may not have enough braking because when the truck sags, the front comes up. Steering and braking is an issue, right? So all of those are safety concerns and the way the truck is built.
So let me put this in kind of terms that I think people understand, right? We have a Hellcat, and that Hellcat puts out 707 horsepower, right?
Okay.
And let's say I did a video saying that I get that number wrong by 50%. So I say it puts out 1,107 horsepower. I get that completely wrong, right? Okay. It's kind of a big deal because that's what that Hellcat's about. It's about that engine, and I just completely, you know, increase that number by 50%. Okay. And you know, people might be disappointed, but there's nothing that's going to be dangerous about that. You're just going to get a car that has less power than I said it would. But when you say that a truck can tow 50% more than it can tow, or in street speeds, it's actually more than 50%, 8,000, the same as a Raptor. What can happen, Andre, and this is why we're doing this, and we're setting the record straight, because these guys apparently can't do it or won't do it. And I am basically calling them out. I'm saying, you got that number wrong, you got the main thing about the truck wrong, fix it, because that's what we would do, right? As journalists, we fix it. And we've done that before, we've gotten things wrong, we go and fix it. But I see you and your family out on the road, and I see somebody towing, you know, 3,000 pounds over the capacity of the truck, that truck overheating, losing control, and next thing you know, you and your family are in danger. And that's just not right, Andre. It's not right.
So
it's not about entertainment, it's about safety.
Right, and there's a lot of issues with this. Heavy trailers are usually wider, right? They're usually longer. So as soon as you hook up a giant trailer behind your mid-sized truck, and we never recommend this, right? We always talk about this during our iGauntlet tests. You can see them on TFL Truck channel. The mid-sized truck is narrower than the full size. So in order to see around a big camper, you should have mirror extensions. You know, there are a lot of things you need to do to tow safely. Let me put John's name on the board.
Yeah, put John's name on there. And, you know, and as a practical matter, if somebody does get hurt because you guys, you know, got the numbers wrong, I could see legal issues with this as well. You know, it's just smart to get your facts right. And when you're talking about getting facts right about towing, then it's even smarter. But let's talk about the real towing numbers, okay, Andre?
Okay.
We've got them right here. So obviously the Colorado is a part of a twin, so it's Colorado and GMC, and those two trucks tow the same.
Yes.
Now the regular versions of it, there's a misconception, right? The misconception is if you get the baby Duramax, you can tow more.
Yes, actually, because
It's a diesel.
Yeah. So the diesel two-wheel drive tows 7,700 pounds.
Yep.
The V6, which is a 3.6 liter gas, tows. Is it the same? Hold on.
You got the numbers right there. Don't get it
No,
wrong.
that's the diesel number. Oh yeah, the gas tows 7,000 pounds.
Right.
So the diesel gives you a little bit more capacity.
Exactly.
But then the four-wheel drive version tows 7,600 pounds.
Yep.
Okay, in the regular Colorado. And the reason why we have to have notes is because as soon as you change the configuration of a truck from two-wheel drive to four-wheel drive, from short cab to long crew cab to bed length, numbers change.
Yeah, exactly.
Right?
So anytime you make the truck heavier by adding an all-wheel, four-wheel drive system
Or a big cab.
or a
crew
big cab, then the number goes down because your payload goes down and your towing number goes down. And these are very specific things that car guys necessarily don't either know or understand or have an ability to kind of incorporate into their reviews.
Yes, and also the payload number goes down.
Yeah.
So the ZR2's payload, maximum payload, is 1,100 pounds, which is actually very similar to the Raptor.
Yep.
The Raptor is between 1,000 and 1,200
And
pounds.
that
in
directly
payload.
impacts how much you can tow because it affects tongue weight.
Right. So a trailer is pushing on your truck on the hitch with about 10%, if it's loaded correctly, of weight. So let's say you're towing 7,000 pounds. There's 700 pounds pushing on your truck.
And your payload, let's say, is 1,100.
So only 400 pounds left.
You've only got 400 pounds left, which basically means me and you.
Yes, on a good day.
On a good day. So me, you, and a 7,000-pound trailer.
Right.
And
That's it.
You've
That's
just
it.
maxed out. Now,
No coolers, no
nothing.
drinks, no family members, nobody.
Now let's say it's me, you, Nathan, and Mr. Truck, and we're now at 600 pounds of payload, right?
Really?
Yeah.
Each one of us is 15,
How much can you tow with that Raptor, which does tow 8,000?
So
Do the
each
math.
one of us,
Yeah.
what,
With
200 pounds each?
Yeah, we're just going to be.
So
We're gonna be a little lighter.
800 pounds.
Yeah.
So you only have about 300 pounds left.
Yep.
Let's say
Yeah.
of payload. So you can only tow about 3,000.
That's right. You can only tow 3,000 pounds, even though the Raptor is rated at 8,000 pounds. And these are really crucial and important things that if you're going to be driving and towing with the truck, which is the other thing, trucks are meant, these are towing vehicles, right? This is why you buy a truck for probably one of two reasons, right? You buy it to haul or you buy it to tow. That's what trucks are for.
And we can discuss more reasons to buy a truck, right? A little later.
Anyway, we also thought since you guys are here and we're talking about the ZR2, we should also talk about the other mid-sized trucks. So let's tell them about the Tacoma and the Frontier, how much they tow.
Yeah, so the Tacoma is the segment leader, right?
Yep.
It sells the most mid-sized trucks, and we talked about sales numbers in our last show. Four-wheel drive Tacoma V6 with a towing package, double cab, so we're comparing crew cab to crew cab, 6,400 pounds, which is less than the Colorado, and 6,500 pounds for a two-wheel drive version. So Colorado is the leader in the towing number, but you have to, once again, you have to be careful which version of the truck you're buying, and how is it set up? The 4-liter V6 crew cab Nissan Frontier, which is the third basically bestseller on the best-selling list in the United States. For the two-wheel drive version, 6,610 pounds. So a little bit more than the Tacoma, a little bit less than the Colorado, and the 6,370 for a four-wheel drive version.
There you
This
go.
is very precise.
Very precise number.
6,370.
Let's get a shout out. We got a shout out, and this is actually a pretty important one. Desert Street Mafia says, I want to know if someone has seen the damn Bronco yet. Question mark, question mark, question mark.
No,
No.
not the square body Bronco.
Not the square body Bronco.
No.
You went and looked at the Blazer. That was a bit disappointing for a truck guy because the Blazer went from being a full-on truck to being a full-on crossover. We're hoping that the Bronco will be a body-on-frame truck. But as soon as we know anything about the Bronco,
It's going to be hot.
It's going to be, well, 2 minutes after that, we're going to post it to TFL Truck,
Yes.
and we're going to do a video. So there is no news about the Bronco.
That we won't tell you.
We don't know anything. No, we don't know anything.
No.
new.
All we know is that picture, that teaser image that they published, so we don't know anything else about it, really. Well, it's going to be here in 2020. That's what we know.
Do we have that the little table that we put up? We can go over the table here on the ZR2. There you go.
Yeah, so that's what we discussed. There is no two-wheel drive version of the ZR2. So we those numbers are not going to be there. But this is how they compare Colorado ZR2, 5,000 pounds. So if you want to go off-roading with those front and rear lockers, you know, with those Duratrack tires, you will sacrifice payload and towing.
Yeah, and of course tires also, that's another thing. Tires also affect how much you can tow, and that was a lesson that we learned a long time ago when we did one of our first Ike gauntlets. We ran an F-150 with 22s.
Yeah, it was a limited edition.
Limited edition, and you know, we didn't understand that even wheels and tire size affect how much you can tow.
Right, there was an asterisk near the Ford towing guide, and I did not see the asterisk until after the video, so we had to go back and correct it because the towing capacity was less with those 22-inch rims. So, should we do our list?
Yeah, so let's do it. So number 5 was why truck guys should review trucks, because we understand towing and payload. Number 4 is we understand, and you guys understand, that trucks are daily drivers. That's another thing that like boggles my mind. It's when a car guy will come up to you and he'll say, why are you driving this truck as an everyday vehicle? You know, you're wasting all this fuel, and yet at the same breath, they'll have no problem using a Bugatti Chiron or a Ferrari or a Lamborghini as a
driving every day,
or a McLaren as an everyday driver. And yet the argument is exactly the same. I could turn around and I could say, well, why are you driving a McLaren that has a top speed of over 200 miles an hour and you can't go 200 miles an hour anywhere except for the Autobahn? And, you know, it makes no sense. At least truck guys, right? Let's say we have a truck that has a towing capacity of, I don't know, 30,000 pounds, heavy duty truck, right? We can actually use that capacity, and we actually use that capacity. Not only can we, but we do it.
Yeah.
You guys,
well, it's easier to do
car guys, right, with their supercars, right, unless you go to a track, and even there, you cannot reach the top speed of those cars. It makes no sense for car guys to be criticizing truck guys, and gals, I shouldn't say guys, and guys, for, you know, not being able to use the capacity of the vehicle when they themselves lust after these vehicles that have the same issue and are never actually used in that same way.
Well, a lot of it is aspirational. By the way, BR Carlos just gave us $5.
$5.
Thank you, BR Carlos.
Thank you very much. Yeah, put his name on the.
It's aspirational too, right? Because when you have a truck like the Raptor or the ZR2, you know it has this capability off-road. Will you use it every day? No. But you know it's there, and you could use it. Same with a supercar, right? You know it has that capability, but where are you going to use that? It's aspirational, but with the truck, we wrote a book about this. Maybe our producer can bring a book in, Truck Nuts book. It's the American spirit, right? It's helping others, doing stuff with your truck, and it's just more than just driving it every day. You can help a friend move. You can help tow a friend out of a ditch, right?
Well, I would wager that even something as simple as going in the snow, right? Let's say you have a truck. Most trucks are 4-wheel drive.
Thank you.
Not all of them, but most trucks are 4-wheel drive, so you can use them in the snow. And I would say that if you get something like a Raptor or a ZR2, at some point, a lot of truck guys and gals are actually going to go off-roading in the thing. Whereas, you know, I would wager that a lot of Ferrari guys and gals will rarely, if ever, take that Ferrari on the track. So to say that, you know, trucks aren't practical because we're not using the truck's capability, I think is, in a way, very, you know, disingenuous. It's just not true, you know. And I also think that at some point in their lives, trucks will always get used as trucks, right? Whether it's like you're hauling your friend's furniture because you're
towing a boat somewhere.
Towing a boat, you're hauling ATVs. I mean, trucks are tools and tools get used, whereas fancy sports cars, you know, are fancy sports cars, and very few people use them to their full capability. So
there's a few questions here.
Yeah.
So Captain Darty says, any news on the new Tundra? Once again, no. If we hear anything, you will hear it on TFL Truck first. And with Toyota Tundra, I think there's like the quiet before the storm.
Yep.
You know, Toyota's been working on something, but they're not letting anybody know about it. When they drop that truck, we will know. We will tell you.
So I've got a really exciting program I'm going on, in not next week, but the week after, and I'm going to try to do as many videos from that program as possible. We're going to be driving off-road from Moab all the way to Telluride to the FJ Summit in the TRD Pro
lineup.
Yeah,
right?
yeah, 4Runner, Tacoma, you know, with the desert air intake. I'm not calling it a snorkel.
No.
And hopefully I'll be doing videos, so we'll be giving you a full off-road review of Toyota's most off-road worthy trucks, both the 4Runner and the TRD Pro. And I really can't wait because I'm excited to see, you know, how they've improved over the last gen.
Yeah,
So
that's
stay
going to be
tuned for
exciting.
that.
Yeah,
stay tuned for that.
You should bring a truck back. You should drive a Tundra or a Tacoma.
TRD
home.
Pro back, yeah.
Home, yeah.
I'll
here.
try. Yeah,
Okay,
from
okay.
Telluride. And then, by the way, guys, if you're going to be there with your Toyotas at the FJ Summit, I'd love to feature one of your rides. So shoot us an email at ask@TFLTruck if you're going to be at the FJ Summit. And if you have a cool Toyota, send us a picture of it, and I'll feature you on, actually on this channel right here. The other thing that drives me bonkers while I'm on my soapbox, I hate like when Doug called the truck a car. I think like 3 times in that video he calls it a car. I drove the car around Seattle, and I want to just say, dude, it's not a car, it's a truck.
Can I just say something? Yes, that video I have a lot of problems with, the ZR2 video, but Doug DeMiro, he has a way of kind of getting to the essence of something with the quirks.
Highball734 just donated $10.
Yes, Highball!
Yes, another one. Thank you very
I
much,
just want to
Highball.
say that Doug does really good, he finds the quirks in vehicles, so I like watching a lot of his stuff. I just have an issue with this video.
There's a difference between journalism and entertainment.
Yeah, there is.
Right?
There's a big
And that's
difference.
why, we usually stay away from anything that's entertainment. But at some point, this became a question of integrity in journalism, right? And I just thought we had to set the record straight. That's why we're doing this video, because
Yes.
this is such an important factor of what a truck can do or what a truck can't do.
Highball is now up there.
Thank you, Highball. Really
Yeah.
appreciate it. All right, let's keep going. Number...
Well, we have to talk about torque.
Okay, let's talk about torque.
So truck guys appreciate torque, and
Yeah.
we have to do you're wrong.
Okay?
No, you're wrong.
No, you're wrong. We have to know you're wrong.
Yes,
no,
gas
you're wrong.
versus diesel.
No, you're wrong. We don't have
We're
to do
talking
no,
about
you're wrong.
torque. we have to be, because you're wrong.
All right, so here's the question for
Okay.
No You're Wrong. The
Okay.
question is, would you rather have, or do you think that a truck is better with a diesel or a gasoline engine? And what's your...
I say diesel.
Okay, why?
Here's why. We do a lot of testing,
Yep.
right? You can look at tfltruck.com for our MPG loops. Trucks love towing with diesel engines, right? So MPG is always better.
Yep.
It's anywhere from 10 to 15% better than an equivalent gas engine in the same truck. Range is better. I can go further with my diesel truck. More torque. I can accelerate off the line like nobody's business. Just love that power.
Andre, no, you're wrong. Once
What?
upon a time, yes, once upon a time, of course, diesel trucks were like peanut butter and jelly, but new modern engine technology has made gasoline-powered trucks very efficient, very torquey, and very powerful. That means that a mid-sized truck, for instance, can now tow with gas almost 8,000 pounds.
7,000 pounds.
Right. A full-size truck, a half-ton, like the F-150, can tow almost 14,000 pounds.
13.2.
Right,
Okay.
almost.
13.2.
And heavy-duty gasser, right, can tow what?
What about 14 to 15,000?
1,000 pounds, right? Yeah. And you don't have the issues with trying to find diesel because you can't get diesel everywhere. Diesel is also more expensive.
It's no longer an issue.
Diesel,
Defining diesel.
Diesel engines are also more expensive over the long run because you need diesel engine mechanics to work on them. At some
Okay.
point, like you found out with your Duramax, you will have to fix and replace injectors in a diesel engine, and those are expensive. How much were you? $800 an injector?
It was about $3,500 overall for 8 injectors.
Exactly.
Yes.
Exactly. You have to put DEF fluid into it,
Yes.
so that's another pain in the ass.
No. Yeah. Yes, you have some valid points, but still, diesel engines. Look.
Hey, Michael!
Michael
again.
is coming back.
Wow, Michael!
Holy cow, Michael, you're the man.
You are the man. Thank you very much. That's your third. No, you gave us $100 last time. Now you give us.
He gave us $50
$50,
plus
yeah.
10 bucks
Yeah.
plus 10 bucks. That's huge. That's $70, dude. We're gonna send. We actually sent out your hat today. I think.
Look. I agree. I mean, heavy-duty trucks and diesels are probably a better combination. But in general, I think today's gasoline-powered trucks are as good as any diesel truck out there, except for heavy-duty, right?
You're wrong. Look at the data, dude. Look at our website. We've tested the Nissan XD with a gas and a diesel. The diesel was always better on fuel economy. Yes, the gas engines are getting a lot better, but as soon as you put a diesel in there, plus you can modify a diesel a lot easier. It's already turbocharged, so you can tune up the boost.
You can do the same thing with the
you
Eco.
Can
you could
blow
do-
smoke out of it.
You could do this. That's a bad thing. You can also do the same thing with an Eco Diesel. You can tune an Eco Diesel. I mean,
you mean
Eco Boost, yeah, the Ford
Okay.
Eco Boost, right? Because it's very tunable. Since it's a dual turbocharged engine. And let's talk about this black smoke, right? Gail Banks, who is of course the guru of diesel tuning,
Yes.
has a very good point. He says if you're rolling coal, if you're blowing smoke, black smoke, it means you're not fully combusting the diesel that's going through the engine.
You're wasting fuel.
You're wasting fuel and you're wasting energy. So the other problem that happens with old diesels is that they do smoke, right? They get smoky. And have you ever been behind an old diesel?
Yeah, I have.
It's no fun.
Or a semi-truck.
It's no fun.
Or a semi-truck.
It's no fun.
But it's a lot of power, and you can race them too.
So
Should we move on?
So you're wrong, Andre.
No, dude. No, you're wrong, dude. Jeez.
Hey, Nigel says trucks should be two-stroke.
Two-stroke trucks. Yeah. There's also a question about
like dirt bikes.
Why don't we review the new medium-duty Chevy Silverado 4500, 55, 6500? It's not out yet, so it's not on sale. We hope to review it soon, probably in a couple months, in a few months.
Greg Ramirez says he likes to burn coal. Did I say burn instead of roll, or did you say?
You can roll coal, you can burn
coal.
Burn coal is more for your stove, I think, or your barbecue.
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
All right,
what are we at?
We're almost at the end of this list that we started. Why truck guys should and gals.
Trucks cool. That's the question. Truck guys think they're cool, right?
Yeah.
And they're cool.
Well, car guys and gals don't think the trucks are cool. They look at
They're like commercial vehicles, maybe.
Yeah. So like I'm like back on my soapbox again. Sorry guys, this is a whole episode of soapbox. Yeah, sorry about that. But this is my last time. When car guys review trucks, right? The first thing they'll do is they'll approach it like a car, and so they'll be like, "Let's see how this truck drives." And I just want to scream at the video. I'm like, who cares how it drives? It's how much it tows and how much it hauls. It drives like a truck, right? Mm-hmm. And so there's this belief among the car guy community that trucks are no fun because they drive like trucks, right? It's about the steering feel and like carving canyons and
weight and all that stuff. I mean, how light or how heavy your vehicle is, right?
Yeah, sure. But that completely misses the boat, right? Truck guys don't. Truck guy will tell you it drives like a truck. But how much does it tow? How good is it off-road?
What kind of storage compartments does it have? Does it have a RAM box or another feature to store your stuff, right?
And like I love Top Gear, now the Grand Tour, and those guys also kind of sometimes take a poo on truck, right? And their reasoning is that there's a lot of technology that's built into a car that trucks don't necessarily have. And I think that's another complete misconception the car guys
no longer the case, yeah.
Not no longer, it's never been the case. I mean, when you're towing 30,000 pounds, think about the amount of technology that machine has to control that much weight. Think about the cooling that engine has to have to be able to take that up the gauntlet. I mean, there's just as much tech and as much engineering, if not more, than there is in a car. Yeah, sure. So maybe we're not talking about like Formula One downforce, right?
Right.
But we're talking about a completely different, and I think in a lot of ways, much cooler set of criteria, because this is a tool that has to do a job versus a plaything, that's got a lot of like cool playthings on it, but doesn't necessarily, have a job to perform, except for being very expensive and very fast.
And to that point, trucks are getting more expensive.
Yes.
And a lot of the reason for that is they are being used as daily vehicles, which means they have to have the comfort features, right? So you have to have the leather seats and the sunroofs and the heated seats and the cooled seats and the big giant consoles and giant navigation screens. So, $4.99 from Stran.
Stran, thank you very much.
Yes, is that the $5 threshold?
Yeah.
Okay, great. I'll put your name on the board in
a
second.
Michael did another $9.99, dude.
Well, he's writing something, so I can't wait for you guys to compare the 3 half-ton pickup diesel trucks. I can't wait for that either.
I can't wait for that either.
And you know why I can't wait? Because they're not all available yet.
Yes.
So the F-150 diesel, the Power Stroke is out. We've tested it recently. You could watch those videos. The 3-liter straight 6 Silverado, which is going to be a great truck. That's what I can't wait for, is going to be in 2019 calendar year. So we have to wait a few more months. And then EcoDiesel is still not here yet, the revised one, the new EcoDiesel. So as soon as those are out, we'll do it.
Hey, let's talk about kind of videos before we say goodbye. So today we put up a video, Toyota Tacoma versus Jeep Wrangler. Obviously, we would have loved to have a non-lifted Wrangler, but we don't have access to it, so that's why we used the JK that's lifted. Yeah, Tommy's basically. And it was a really good video. I found some trash along the route, and I showed it, and I didn't take it away. I should have. So thank you guys for calling me out on that. That was my fault, but next time we go up Pennsylvania Gulch, we'll clean up that trash.
We'll be there again.
We'll be there again. And then coming up this weekend, we had a little bit of a misadventure. I think you'll enjoy the video. We set out to take Big Green versus the Titan up Cliffhanger 2.0, and things didn't turn out the way we.
Big Green is our 85 Chevy K10.
Yeah.
And things broke, but we'll publish a video that kind of shows you what happened, and we did something else actually.
Yep, and we'll stay tuned for that. That'll be up on Sunday. And there's a great question here. We'll go off on that. Why are truck manufacturers and car manufacturers in some ways turning to turbos?
Why aren't they? Or
No, why are they? Like, why is Ford going, EcoBoost?
And Chevy is going to have a turbocharged four-cylinder in the Silverado. Why? Efficiency. So I think Ford is actually, they're going away from cars, right? So, and there's still that requirement that your entire fleet of vehicles you built have to adhere to a certain MPG standard. So how do you do this? Well, turbocharging is one way you can do it, because you can decrease the displacement of the engine, put turbos on it to make the power you need. But if you're not needing the power, it should be more efficient. And EcoBoost engines have been so-so over the years with this. They've been pretty thirsty, but they're improving that technology.
Well, guys, thank you very much for joining us. I will get off my soapbox. I promise we probably won't do this again, but I just had to get that off my chest. It was a lot of years. It was a lot of years, and setting the record straight of feeling like trucks don't get the right
love.
And so I appreciate you hanging out with us. And come back tomorrow when Tommy and Mike take over
for the live show.
For the live show, and make sure to subscribe to TFL Off-Road. And I want to especially thank everybody who has sponsored today's Super Chat.
We had 3 people sponsor us today, just today.
Just today, and thank you to all of our Patreon supporters for letting us do this. You guys are the best. We have a dream job, and we realize it, and we really appreciate it. So thank you very much. As always, this is Roman.
And Andre.
Saying thanks for watching, and check out TFLtruck.com for news, views,
and real-world reviews. This is the thing. We actually test all the trucks.
We do.
We don't just park them.
We don't just stand in front of them and talk about them and show the shocks.
Real-world reviews.
See you guys later. Bye.